It is my intention that I would be able to help people understand ways that they can use art in their own life and for personal wellness. I hope nothing but blessings and the best to all who find this channel. I am starting from scratch, so it feels a little like I'm just putting a message in a bottle and sending it out to sea. The topic today is on intention, and like I said before, it is my intention to inspire and help teach ways that people can use art for a daily practice. I feel that we are all divinely created and we have a creative nature inside of us. I won't get into all of it in this video, but I have plenty more mapped out to come. My name is Gretchen. I am an artist and holistic health practitioner. This is Soulflower Studio, and this is where I will be discussing all things art and wellness. You've probably heard of intention in terms of manifestation and goal setting. But when it comes to using art for personal wellness and tapping into our spiritual nature and the spiritual essence of creating, it gets a little bit deeper. Intention acknowledges each individual for being responsible for deciding what they want to understand and change or accept about themselves. In other words, intention is personal. There is neither the responsibility or the right to evaluate or set goals for another person. The setting of an intention, therefore, it's highly personal. Examples of intentions could be something like, I connect to my creative nature and allow it to lead me. Or I am open to learning new things. Or I understand how to respond in my relationships and connections without doing harm to myself or others. It could also be something like, I understand what is behind my feelings of depression, anxiety, or helplessness. We are social creatures. Whether we like it or not, we learn from one another. And we learn what we intend towards ourselves, others, and the world through these interactions. It's important to understand that an intention behind an act does not ensure results. Intention must be balanced by our own awareness. The greater the awareness, the greater the chance that something good will come of our intentions. However, even with good intentions, sometimes there's a risk that things will not turn out. Example here would be that if we are still unaware of our deeper unconscious motives, we might think that we're doing something kind for somebody else. And then that kindness wasn't really coming from a place of intending what we thought it would. And that might bring grief into that person's life. And so it's important for us to learn to connect with ourselves in order to understand our own intentions so that we are bringing good into the world. Learning about intention and developing discernment occurs through modeling and sharing with others. Often, we as humans seek to change other people. They set intentions for others and wish to redirect them. This is a futile effort because we don't have control over other people. We will have more success with our intentions if our intentions help us to develop an awareness of ourselves and our own intent. Clear intention is just as important as the space and the materials that we use to create our art. There is a spiritual aspect to art making that is frequently ignored, and that is something that I tap into and that I'm really hoping to help spread. When I begin to create, I do my best to have a clear intention so that when I am creating, I can accept what is being presented to me. And as a result, I understand a little bit more about myself. I trust the process of creating in my life. I trust that when I am creating, the images that I need will come to me. And this is weird to people when they have not practiced this way before. But when you can do that, you develop a confidence that is unmatched. I guess in a way it's like I trust that everything I need resides in me already. And I just have to tap into it in order to access that information. When I can access that information, I also feel as though I am accessing like an energy or a creative force that helps me with my intentions. I may ask this creative source, what is the source of these emotions? And as I'm creating, it tends to be revealed to me. I am feeling conflicted or confused, which sometimes happens when we're trying to make decisions about things and we can't quite pinpoint what direction we should go. I may ask for clarity, and through the process of creating, clarity comes to me. If I'm feeling really stressed or exhausted or burnt out a little, I may ask what I am needing. What am I needing to do for self-care? And again, in the process of creating, imagery, symbols, answers kind of like all come together to explain to me what it is that I need to do. So for me, having a ritual helps me cultivate this like spiritual experience. My own personal ritual, while it's as simple as shutting the door and hanging up my keys in my purse, I also then walk down the hall to get some water. But when I come back with water, I start talking to my plants and I say hello. I kind of greet the room and the space. Sometimes in the evening, if nobody else is in the building, I will light incense in here and maybe some candles, but it's a public building and I would be very careful and safe, and I don't want to interfere with anybody else's workday. So I respect, the rights of everybody around me. I typically play music. I have a very specific playlist, which is, nature sounds and just calming, relaxing music. And that instantly lets my brain know that we are ready to pay attention to what answers come. Sometimes I will just sit for a moment and take it all in. Just take some deep, calming breaths and sip on my tea. Look out the window. I have this very beautiful view of the river that I live by, and there's always a lot of animals and wildlife that I can, observe. Sometimes there's people down there that are just like interesting to watch, and I enjoy the aesthetics. I just simply sit in my space and I absorb the energy of the life that is all around me. I might think about the memories associated with some of the objects and items in my space. I just connect with nature and allow my physical senses to speak to me through sights, sounds, smells, taste with my tea. I guess it's a way of grounding myself in the process. A big part of my intention is to become more connected with others. I frequently hold classes in the studio space and workshops, and I teach people how to use different art materials and media, as well as how to use art for wellness. I work images alongside friends, sometimes family, and it is just a meaningful way to spend time together with other people and form a community through creativity. A lot of conversations have been had in this space. People have cried, people have shared their struggles, and experiencing all of these things is such a blessing to my life. To be able to watch people experience joy and breakthroughs, as well as to watch people wrestle with their grief and frustration with life. And always, though, there is the art and the message, the outcome of the intentions that have been set, the response, like the answers that come. And when we set a clear intention, we are focused and we receive an answer. And I think that is one of the most beautiful things about making art, and how we speak art as a language that is universal for all people, and yet culturally we have downplayed its importance in our lives, but really we can craft it into all areas of our life. If this video was of interest to you, I hope that you would subscribe and like it so that I can grow. But let me know if there's more topics and information that you are interested in that I have not shared yet. Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day.